in a normal way, by the way, so maybe like if I will find a challenge from some 2900 guy, so scary. He's also from Argentina, so it's, I don't know who is this guy, but he's definitely a Grandmaster and he's definitely a decent Blitz player. Okay, let's accept this challenge. Play 1a5. Normally not too brave against qualified players. Okay, let's say bishop c5. Bishop c5 already takes some bravery, to be honest. a4, okay, can you play a5 here? I guess you can. And then pretty much whatever happens, you go bishop e6, I thought. Or maybe you go bishop b6 first, and then you go bishop e6. I thought in general, when the pawn structure at the queen side is set this way, this bishop takes e6, takes f takes positions are quite safe for black, but I could be wrong. It has never been my sort of pet opening. Yeah, it actually starts to look a bit strange from white, but okay. Whatever. He probably knows what he's doing. Yeah, knight c4. So should we... Yeah, we probably go to a7. Bishop e3, so we probably trade, I would say. Knight takes. Okay, let's play some random logical moves like queen d7, queen f7, then we'll probably start considering knight h5 unless he will play g3. It also makes sense to bring this rook to e8 or d8, but some queen b3 we'll have to face by playing rook b8 normally. Okay, so let's show some ambitions. Let's go knight h5. Didn't want to play queen f7 because now we pretend that we can also play rook takes f3. I don't know if it's true or not, but like as white you are probably a bit worried about it. Yeah, so now we go knight f4. I don't think it changes much in terms of the like objective evaluation, but it's definitely a bit uncomfortable for white. Like optically, it feels like black starts coming all over the world. The world? Wanted to say the board. Anyway, okay, rook f6, bring another rook to f8, go rook g6. Yeah, he plays h4 himself, which makes sense. Okay, let's bring the rook anyway. Like to complete this setup, you normally need to play g3, but it always runs into knight h3 check. So it's not that easy for white to get what he wants. Like the ideal setup would be knight g4, g3, king g2. Then it's very safe, and you never run into any kind of trouble with the king side, or at least I think so. But yeah, he plays knight g4, rook g6. Now h5 is probably a threat, so he wants to play g3, I believe. And then we'll have to figure out what's wrong with it, but there should be something wrong. First of all, there is no even threat. So we can just play something like queen f7 or h5 maybe. Yeah, maybe h5 is what's wrong. So g3, h5, g takes, e takes f4 simply. Black is crushing. Okay, so he played rook d2 instead. Looks very bad for white. Some knight d4 is also in there. Can also just play queen e7, attacking h4, g3, h5, knight h2, queen takes h4, king h1, queen h3. Looks convincing to me. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, so now we are attacking the h4 pawn. So I think g3 is. I mean, it's not a must, but if you don't play it, you're sort of busted. So you have to do this. Now knight h2 is also kind of forced. Yeah, so we take king h1, and then we will think like we can also play something slow, like queen, not h3. He plays d4, which allows rook takes g3. Yeah, it should be crushing, I would say. I'm a bit too lazy to calculate, but it looks way too good not to play it. Okay, whatever. So if he goes to f1, then we have like a billion of checks. Yeah, he just resigns. Okay, fair enough. And he offers a rematch. Okay, he's 2900. Deserves some respect, yeah? So let's play the guy a bit more. e6. Okay, let's say bishop g5. And takes. And e4. And d5. Okay. This is my favorite Banter Blitz opening. I think the engine says black is like almost better here, or like slightly better. But to me, it feels like very a natural play for white. Just takes, go queen e2, like castle long, try to checkmate. A very natural thing. He castles, yeah. So do we start some kind of action immediately? We can also play it in a quiet way, just to, you know, just to show the people we can also play positional chess. But I already start feeling like this whole plan will fail, and I will regret not playing aggressively. c3. Why would I play c3? It's probably a useful move. Maybe that's why. Okay. Knight b3 looked a bit more ambitious, maybe, but then some, you know, some d4 is in there. Also d4, e5. White is probably crushing. Okay. Plays bishop d7. Let's play knight b3 anyway. Now I have some bishop b1 followed by queen d3 in mind. Bishop b1 looks like a good idea, or bishop c2 looks like a nice idea in general. So we are setting the battery. We are also attacking d5. And he sort of doesn't know what we're up to. He just takes. Fair enough. So takes, and now f5. Okay. So what he played is a very, very ambitious approach. And it cannot be sort of just okay. It's either he's on time and black is just better, or he's not in time and then it's problematic for black, or it's equal. Okay, let's go rook e1. He will probably play bishop c8 unless it's a blunder, but I don't see why would it be a blunder. So bishop c8, we take on d8 and go a4 maybe. Like, it's very much about e6, e5 happening or not, basically. If black gets e5 without blundering something, then he will be just better. Yeah, that's why he plays king h8, yeah? So he wants to play e5. But we need to come up with some tricks, like a4 maybe. So the point is e5, a5. And it looks good. Also, in some of the lines, we'll probably go, like, I don't know, knight g5 or something. Some bishop a2 will be a useful idea. Okay, he just plays a5. Can I play knight c5? Knight c5 runs into like knight e7 or knight b8. We have some knight e5 there. No, it's hard to tell. It's quite a mess, actually. Yeah, also, if it's black to move and he plays e5 and then we go knight h4, he has king h7, right? No, he doesn't. Maybe he has yeah, it's not that simple. Alright, let's try knight c5. Like, normally when I don't know what to do, I play some random aggressive move. Yeah, 97. Okay, so if we go 95, the plan is bishop takes c5, knight takes d7, bishop takes f2. That's why we have to play b4, I thought. But what's wrong with b4? I do not yet see. I probably missed something, but I don't see it yet. Like, we don't care about this bishop takes c4 or something, we just need to play 95 and then we're good, basically. Like, once we play 95 and stabilize it, even if it will sort of take us sacrificing the pawn, it will be fine. He plays knight g6, preventing this 95. I suggest we go bishop a2, protecting the queen. So now knight takes d7 is a threat, so he has to take, and he does. Now we probably go b takes. And then again we have this fight, like we probably want to play like h4, h5, knight e5, or maybe rook d6. So black has to be very fast. Like e5, rook d6, e4 maybe, or something, but it doesn't work though. Yeah, maybe we are kind of outplaying him. Maybe bishop c6 works. But in terms of concrete moves, to be honest, I do not see like a really good way for black. But my intuition is saying black is like almost fine, maybe. But maybe not, actually. Maybe we just played a very nice game and sort of outplayed him. Yeah, he plays bishop c8, but it looks a bit too slow. Like, we can play h4. He wants to take on d1 and go knight e5, takes, rook d6, or queen d4 even. We can also take on d8 first and then go h4. Yeah, let's probably do this, yeah. So we give up the d file, which is obviously not something to be proud of, but on the other hand, we sort of claim it's way more important to get 95. Yeah, he plays queen d5. So after h5, what's the plan? So he simply wants to take on c5, yeah, which I missed completely. Okay, is there some tactics there? Like rook takes c6? Would be brilliant, actually. But it probably doesn't work. Yeah. So what should I do? Maybe I just go c6 first. Like, if I lose this pawn anyway, I want to make sure I lose it on the right square, sort of. Now maybe queen e2, and then we get our, like, this move I actually missed. Okay. Yeah, I obviously blundered a few things, but it's probably still a game of chess, sort of. Yeah, now he'll probably take on h4, and it's some mess again. No, he doesn't. Okay, I don't know, g3. Okay, g takes maybe. So who is mating whom? He has his queen h5, we have rook d8. Okay, he goes there. Bishop h6, okay, let's play something. Yeah, queen g3, so queen takes d1 is probably a draw. Okay, check. Go back, so can we play it? We can also play knight f7 and repeat it this way. Yeah. So queen 8 should be a bit too much, yeah? That's how I feel, at least. Yeah, okay, seems to be a draw. Okay, sharp game. He wants one more. No, I guess we'll switch to playing